Hey guys, it's Tammy Van Hollander, and when I've been talking about connecting with pals and colleagues, another one of my favorite people is Dr. Janet Courtney. I went through Janet's first play story massage training. Janet, I don't think my book, Casey's Greatness Wings, would have ever been published without your support and your guidance and the kinesthetic storytelling. And you've been such a support and a dear friend to me. So I was like, okay, these are all the people I love that I'm reaching out to. So I wanted to reach out to you because I knew you'd have some great interventions and support. And I just so wanted you to be part of this whole series, I guess we can call it. And it's just so great to see you.
Oh, Tammy, I just want to thank you so much for all you are doing right now to provide this opportunity to get these videos out there to share with practitioners that are working with families and children at this point in time. And a lot of them are adapting their work to Tele-Play therapy sessions. So what I'm hoping I can offer today is some ideas about an intervention I call making pizza pie that practitioners could use in a family therapy session through a family Tele-Play therapy session.
Awesome.
So I guess what I want to start with is I've just kind of been thinking a lot of what we're all going through, and I just want to say to the practitioners, my heart goes out to you. I just really want to thank you for the work that you are doing. So one of the overriding things that we're being asked to do right now is to social distance ourselves from each other, or what I prefer to call like really physical distancing, because that's really what it is. We're physically being asked to distance ourselves from each other, and it's necessary. I mean, we absolutely have to do that to keep ourselves safe and to keep others safe. But as I think about it, it's like really so antithetical to what we are all about as a human species. We are social beings. That is not how we are trained and operate, and we grow up in our families to provide good caring touch to each other. So we hug each other and we hold each other's hands, and we kind of kiss each other, and we touch. However, now we're being asked to socially distance each other. But what I'm thinking about is like, wait a second, for the children and families that are home together, right? And unless there's situations where maybe a family member is having to, quarantine themselves, what children need more now, and I really, really want to emphasize this, is they need more proximity. They need more touch now than ever. Okay.
Absolutely.
And so a lot of children may be feeling a lot of anxiety during this time. But what we know about anxiety, about cortisol, is that when we provide good caring touch, that immediately the oxytocin is released. And at the same time, simultaneously, guess what? The cortisol goes down. However, guess what? There are two caveats to them. There are two caveats. One is the parent has to get in the most relaxed state of giving that they possibly can. We do know, children pick up on the cues of parents. If the parent is feeling anxious themselves and they try to give a hug to the child, then the child's going to feel anxiety. So we ask the parents to regulate themselves, to get themselves, and we guide them to do that. And we guide them through like a little mindfulness type of activity first. And I'll talk a little bit more about that. The other thing is that the touch has to be at least 30 seconds. For the oxytocin to release, the touch has to be at least 30 seconds. And of course, it has to be a certain kind of touch. It has to be a warm touch. It has to be a good caring touch in order for that to happen. So having said that, what I would like to share then is a technique, an intervention that can be used called making pizza pie. And the first step to making pizza pie and to offer this intervention as a Tele-Play therapy, family play therapy session is I would recommend that if practitioners are going to introduce this to parents, is they would probably want to call the parent ahead of time and prepare ahead of time just to let them know, you know, I've been thinking about our time together, and I know I've had some individual sessions with your child, and I'm thinking that maybe we could have, you know, carve out some time for a session that we can do, maybe a family play therapy session. And I would like to offer, you know, a technique for, you know, helping to build the attachment relationship, the build security for your child, help them, make them feel more safe. And this is an idea of how I can, you know, provide that. And here it is. It's called Making Pizza Pie. But anyway, you just kind of want to give the parent a heads up ahead of time about what you're going to be offering, what you're going to be doing. So once you get in the session, the first thing we always need to make sure with parents is that we ask children that they have to ask the child's permission. They have to ask the child's permission for touch. And this way, a child always can recognize that they are respected and that their bodies are respected. And that's really, really important. And then the other part of the preparation before we get into the activity is then we want to help to have a little mindfulness, a little connection. I was talking about the parent needs to get as calm and relaxed as they possibly can, and then also connect with the child. And a lot of children don't have a lot of attention spans, so I try to make it really quick. So I use a rainbow hug. I call it the rainbow hug imagery to help parents connect. And to do that, maybe I thought I could do that with all of us now, just really quickly. What do you think about that? Does that
I think that sounds great.
So, you know, you don't have to close your eyes. If you feel like you want to close your eyes for a minute, we'll just do a quick rainbow hug imagery. But you can keep your eyes open, no problem. If you decide to keep your eyes open, just maybe find a place in front of you and just rest your eyes there. So get comfortable in your seat, and you can put your feet on the ground. And then just wherever you are with your breath, just allow your breath to move out in the exhale. Just so breathe out in the exhale. And then take a breath in. And when you take a breath in, just imagine just imagine that to have a sense of peace. And maybe it has a color. Maybe there's a color to the peace that you can imagine. When you breathe out again, imagine any worry, any anxiety, anything that's bothering you right now, any stress, just leaving your body on that exhale. And when you breathe in, imagine a beautiful sense of peace coming into you. Again, you can imagine a color. Peace might have a color for you. And now, if you would, just imagine yourself in an outdoor environment, your favorite outdoor environment, whatever that is for you. The ocean, up in the mountains, out in your backyard, wherever that is for you that feels peaceful. And in your imagination, imagine there's a light sun shower, a light rain that's coming down. And this rain is absolutely washing you. And it's just washing you clean of all your worries and anxieties. Again, it's just refreshing you. And in this mist, in this beautiful sun shower that you are in, and this can often occur, you see a beautiful rainbow. This beautiful rainbow appears, and this rainbow is very special because it can be any color of the rainbow that you want. So it can be pink, it can be purple, it can be blue, green, yellow, whatever color. Well, this rainbow is coming closer to you and closer to you and closer to you, and to where these beautiful arches of the rainbow reach out. And they give you a beautiful, beautiful rainbow hug. Thank you. So we're going to offer our families some type of, just imagery, and I recommend that if you want to use the rainbow hug, that's always worked for me. The parent can put their hand on the child's back, and so they can, while you're offering that, so they can feel this connection, and the child is feeling this connection too. So the next step to making a pizza pie is that you have to decide the ingredients. After you've asked permission and after you do the calm and relax, and we try to decide what are the ingredients that are going to go on this pizza. And the child may say broccoli, and they want pepperoni or mushrooms, whatever they want. So then after we do that, we go ahead and put the flour dough on the child's back. We're always pretending. And then we have to knead that dough. We're gonna knead that dough. And of course, we're guiding that, and while the parent does that. And we always have to kind of monitor and attune to how the child is responding to that touch, whether it's too hard or too much. We don't intervene if the parent is, doing it backwards from the way you do it. You just want to make sure that that it's appropriate and that the child is responding in a positive way to that. So next thing you want to do is roll out the dough. We're going to roll out the dough and make it like a round piece of pizza or a square, whatever. You can ask the child, what kind of shape do you want your pizza? I mean, we can just use your imagination. We want it interactive between the child and the parent. So it's not something we're doing to the child, but we're doing with the child. We're helping to build that attachment-based storytelling. So then the next thing we want to do is get those ingredients that the child wanted to put on their pizza, and we're going to chop them up, just kind of our sides of our hand. And again, it's very gentle. It's very gentle. So after that, we're going to pretend to put the pizza in the oven. We put the pizza in the oven, and then the parent can hold the child from the back, and they can rock. We're in the oven, it's cooking, and they can make a shh sound. Shh, it's in the oven, and we'd say, is it done yet? Is it done? Is that pizza done yet? Of course, we're guiding that parent to do this. And then the child may say, yes, it's done. We can take the pizza out, and then we can pretend to eat that yummy pizza and eat it all up. So anyway, that is making pizza pie, and I've done this with several families, and it is a powerful, powerful tool of supporting good caring touch. But how are we doing it? We're doing it through a first play type of activity, a developmental game activity, to where there's kind of fun to it and there's kind of joy to it, because that's what we're trying to increase right now, the joy in the relationship. And joy in the relationship releases those positive hormones, and that increases the attachment in the relationship.
That's beautiful, Janet. Thank you. And I love that activity, and I love any type of attachment-based activity, and so much what I've learned from you of that importance of touch. And absolutely, kids are they are needing it with their families more than ever. And if we are teaching parents that piece, the parents are needing it more than ever. So I think it's so important, and it's something that I've been trying to stress in all my videos, and we're working on another video on special time of just the importance of that connection right now. It's how can we facilitate that, and about that parent-child connection. So I so appreciate you taking the time to share these interventions with us, and I'm going to be using that one. And I love the rainbow hug, and I love your book, The Rainbow Hug. Those who don't know it, I'm not in my office now where I'd be showing it, of your book, The Rainbow Hug, and it also comes with an activity book.
Yeah, the Magic Rainbow Hug. And if you don't mind me saying, I will share that I do have 2 books that are out just this month in April. I mean, it's just very interesting. But one of the books is called Healing Child and Family Trauma Through Expressive and Play Therapies, Art, Nature, Storytelling, Body, and Mindfulness. And this activity that I just shared with you is actually in that book, along with other assessments and a lot of other interventions. And the other book that's out is called Infant Play Therapy, Foundations, Models, Programs, and Practice. And that's an edited book with a lot of really, really wonderful information about taking our play therapy work to the infant mental health, infant 0 to 3 populations. So anyway, I just wanted to just
Yes.
let you know about that.
And I will link that to the video, those books as well. You've provided so much information and so many resources and so much research in this field. And I'm just so appreciative for your work. And I'm appreciative. I appreciate so much to know you, to just, yeah. And it's so great to see your face. And I'm so happy that you're taking this time.
It is so mutual, Tammy. I feel so much the same for you. All back to you. And thank you so much for all the work you're doing. And then all of you that are listening, again, I just want to say just a thank you for all the work you're doing for, care to the children and families that really, really need it at this time, all over the world, all over the world. Thank
Right. Okay. Thank you, Janet. Be well.
you. You